Hey, welcome back, everybody. Right now, we are trying to pick up and continue the don't even Nova Blaze playthrough. We are currently just finished actually the Gal Bank credentials quest line. I was over here at the Free Star Collective embassy because I wanted to see what their faction security uniforms look like. Right now, I'm having major issues since the last update with a lot of the faction uniforms, specifically security, right? And okay, I was about to say maybe we'll see something here. So Bethesda added a lot of different new clothes to the game, and something broke in either using Series S compared to Series X. I'm actually at that point where I think maybe it's the actual Xbox model that's not rendering a lot of the bodies correctly, right? Because at one point I could have sworn after everything broke, I was able to enable and disable the correct mods or creations in order to get everything working again. And then all of a sudden, I start on a Series S and everything's just broken and gone to pot. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's up? What's up? What's going on here? And it's hard to tell here because there's no really, there's no one around. Um, it's really big on neon. As a matter of fact, let's see what we got. All right, so we got to return the evidence to Lieutenant Toft. All right, so why did I do that? So let's just get out of here. Let's go see what the uniforms look like on the SysDef, and then hopefully everything holds up. Oh, isn't that nice? All right, where are we? Well, who's is that? The Phalanx? There it is. This is the one we want. Can't take her with me onto the Vigilance. Probably could. I could try. The problem is I don't want to spook her right now and then make her turn me in to the fleet.
Captain Blaze, do you require my assistance?
I do not. I just okay. I don't need to go there. Oh, this way. No, I don't.
We hunt piracy all across the galaxy.
SysDef Marines are the best of the best.
Remember to turn in any evidence. Well done. Let's see what you found. Tisk, tisk. Looks like Mr. Rokoff lied on his application to Trident Luxury Lines about having a clean record. No matter. Next time he jumps from the key, we'll have him picked up. That will be one less fleet captain for us to worry about. Anything else?
Let's see. We got this information on a certain Galbank employee who's aboard the Siren of the Stars.
Are you kidding me? Dombrowski was already making a six-figure salary, and yet he couldn't resist starting an embezzlement scheme. It makes me sick. Ah, it's going to be an absolute pleasure to throw his butt in prison. Anything else?
That's all I have for now. But
All right. Keep up the good work.
six figures seems kind of low for someone doing. Let's see. We'll prod her a little bit here.
Yeah. Figured it was only a matter of time before this came up. The reason I didn't bring up the Crimson Fleet is, well, I was one of them. It's something I'm not exactly proud of. Common ground, but not a common beginning. I was recruited out of New Atlantis by Neva Mora. She said I was making a name for myself, and it caught the fleet's attention. I was thrilled. It was a chance at bigger and better scores and gave me a ticket off world. Why the heck would I say no?
Neva's not having good luck recruiting people. They should pretty much take that away from her. I'm just saying, right? One recruit is just off traveling around, and then you got another recruit that's now SysDef, and then another recruit that's undercover for SysDef. She's not vetting her employees very well. I'm just saying.
I raised hell on New Atlantis until someone stood up and took notice. And just like Adler Kemp stuck his neck out and vouched for you, someone else in the fleet did the same thing for me. In fact, it was my idea to send you to Sidonia for your first, well, I suppose you call it a mission. Of course she did. How else would you get an aspiring criminal to blindly follow you into a life of interstellar crime? They took me in. Delgado ran me through the paces on Suvorov, and before I knew it, I was part of the team. Now I was making some serious money. That apartment I boasted about in New Atlantis became a joke. I even made enough to buy my own ship. Oh, it dropped. Hard. Everything changed thanks to Commander Akande. The man basically saved my life. I owe him everything. If I've learned one thing about the Commander, it's that he cares deeply about everyone under his command. Look, I've already said too much. I promised Commander Akande I wouldn't talk to anyone about this. All you need to take away is that I've literally walked a mile in your shoes, and I appreciate the risks that you're taking. Carry through with this mission. I promise you I'll be there every step of the way.
All right.
Let me know if you need anything else.
I'm gonna talk to Conde real quick here, just to see if he has anything to say. Nope.
As you were.
All right.
I got mess hall duty next week. Everybody's gonna take their turn.
Vasco. All right. Let's get out of here. Okay. Next is search for evidence. We don't need that one, so let's get out of that. All right. Proceed to the key. And if the next time I talk to Conde and he gets mad at me because I didn't let him know what was going on, I'm letting him have it because I was right there and I didn't have an option to talk to you about it.
Captain Blaze, greetings.
Mm-hmm.
You want to kick back? Avoid the last Nova. Bog's in a funk that'd kill anyone.
Next time you see Bog, tell him to lighten up.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Rook,
I don't know who you talking about. Couldn't be possibly talking about me. Because I was going to comment on the fact that if he took the
are you
lieutenant,
looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
oh my God, you're the one that's coming over here bugging me, jerkwad.
Be sure you have the proper shielding for any. Those mission boards aren't going to clear themselves. We have contacts throughout the settled systems that require shipments of illegal goods. Smuggling requires a bit of subterfuge since we'll be loading up your ship with contraband. If you want to make that delivery without getting caught, you'll need shielded cargo space to accommodate the goods. Speak to Jazz about that. She'll be more than happy to set you up.
True story.
Until next time.
All right. Well, guess
If
what?
you got any spare creds or just need to unload some junk, head to the depot.
Where am I? Done forgot where I was trying to get to. Oh, I'm definitely going in the wrong direction. All right, bunks are that way. I know, but the range is this way. Don't need to go in there just yet. I think we've cleared out most. Mm-hmm.
Your buddy Rokov is aboard the Key. Told me everything that happened.
Yeah, he won't shut up about you. Keeps going on and on. But now I remember why we kicked his ass out the fleet.
They need to kick you out of the fleet. In truth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be a first.
All right, Neva, you've made your point. Well, since you're vouching for Rokov, I guess we can give him another chance. All right. Now that is out of the way, we can move on to the matter at hand. Crix's legacy. Speaking of which, let me see that data you copied from the Galbank archives. Ah, so the Galbank transport went down over Bannock 4. Bannock. Why does that sound familiar? Neva?
Yeah, keep your panties on. I'm looking it up. And I got it. Bannock 4. Let's see. Damn it. Bannock 4 is an EM class gas giant. We can't even get a ship near the thing without frying every circuit aboard. Don't know that one, huh? Well, pay
I
attention.
do.
There's gonna be a test on this later. EM class means the planet is giving off a ridiculously high amount of electromagnetic radiation. We're talking off the charts here. Fly your ship anywhere near one of these death traps, and you'll blow every single circuit on your ship. You'd be dead in space. Get it?
Mm-hmm. You know, in one of my playing through, I actually accidentally flew and selected Bannock 4 before I knew anything about this, and it was it was terrible. It's terrible. Like I had to go back to a previous save and just not select Bannock 4 because you get in there and then yeah, if you try to like go directly to that planet with nothing, um, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
sure. Or just wrap your ship in a ton of copper and launch you right in there. That ought to do the trick,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Both of you shut up and think for a second. I'm sure Crix hit the same roadblock. All we need to do is figure out how he got around it.
This sounds like a goddamn waste of time to me.
Rook's right. We tackle one problem at a time. Can we track it, Neva?
That transponder is military grade. We're talking ultra bit encryption, constantly reshuffling frequencies. We don't have shit like that laying around. But before you get that pissy look on your face, I heard that the UC's been working on a ship signal decryption system called a ComSpike. We grab that little beauty, and we'll be able to track anything you want.
All right, here is the plan, so shut up and listen. Rook, I want you and Neva to put your heads together and get us that spike. I don't care if it's mounted at the top of mast. I want it. In the meantime, I'm going to find out more about this EM class gas giant problem. And I think I know just who to ask.
Give me a little time to crunch the numbers on the ComSpike with Jazz, and I'll point us in the right direction.
Mm.
We do or we die. That's the way Cricks did things. And that is the way we should have been doing it for years. It's as simple as that.
Best we can. What are you, 5?
That
All
would
right,
still be
we
3 years older than
we are
you.
at arm's reach of Crix's legacy, and I don't have time to deal with this kind of bullshit. Now, both of you, get the hell out of here and get to work.
All right, let's get this over with. Follow me.
Mm. She loves me. I can tell. Jazz, you should be worried.
Need a drink? Dog at the last Nova will be more than happy to take your credit.
Ship services? You need it? I've got it.
Hey, honey bunny.
All right, let's get right to it. Did you get the Earth Savior Award? Or I'm not going to be very disappointed.
Oh man, I can't mess with her.
Well, well, look at that. You followed my directions, and now you're going to end up with some credits in your pocket. Of course, it would have been more money if you hadn't blabbed about the damn thing to roll call, but that's on you. Anyway, here's your cash. Keep this up, and I might even start respecting you. All right, Fleet? We've all got work to do, so let's get to it.
I got 16K for that.
You've got stuff to smuggle. I've got the stuff to hide it.
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
Anything ship related, you're at the right place.
what's the deal with you and Neva?
Neva's mine, so don't be getting any ideas. She may be a little rough around the edges, but she's just looking out for her own. There's no one better to have your back.
What if I was asking about you? You know what I'm saying? Hmm?
Truth is, the fleet rescued me. Of course, I wouldn't have needed rescuing if they hadn't blown up the ship I was working on. Delgado plucked me out of space and brought me to the key. I took one look at the place and was compelled to work. Soon after, he offered me a permanent spot with the fleet. No, but just remember, I don't work for free.
Let's see what you got for
Shop's
sale.
always open as long as your money's good.
How much money I got? Woo! 1.5 mil. All right. Um, no, I do like the banshees though, but nope. I also like the whites. Look at that. All right. Phantom. Nope. Hmm. Not bad. And the ghost. All right, let's get out of there. Oh dang.
You want to stay under the radar. All business and no. Oh, yeah, nothing like changing it up to make a ship feel new again.
Truth. Holy cow. Look at all the crap on this ship. I have 15 of them. I got the prison shuttle. Gotta love that. Um, we got the PCH. So that was a transport ship. Look at the cargo capacity. Holy cow. That must be due to a mod or something. This guy, I am very curious about. The Star Slayer. That bad boy is mean mugging. Look at him. This means old boy out there just slaying stars. And then, yeah, the Techno Zealot. And then look, we even have a Galbank ship that I think we rescued this one. And then there's our very own stranded Banshee that we rescued. If I could remember how to change the name, I would. And then this is kind of, the R version of the white, right? It's just a spacer version of it. And then the Doulahan. And then look at that. The Zealot ship. Then another smuggler. And then this looks pretty decent too. Now this is not what the Endeavor looked like in the beginning. This is after I made my attempt to trick it out. And then the poor old Frontier. I didn't even try to do anything to it. I don't think. Did I? Nope, just left as is. I think I upgraded the reactor. I don't know, because there's a mod that actually increases the reactor stuff. So the Pterosaur is a B class. It's got 35k cargo. It also has 7,500 shielded capacity. So that's what I was just checking. Also, just real quick here, let's go into shipbuilder mode, right? Just so we can look at certain things. It already has, because of the Dark Star thing, it already has a conduction grid on it, right? Which is, I think, essential for doing the Bannock 4 mission. And then it also already has this on it, which is the subspace comm spike, right? You see this is Dark Star, right? So I've already put those on there, but I have room. put the things on from this particular mission, because in this mission we're gonna have to go out, basically steal either the comm spike itself or the um, what do you call it? The what's the names for it, so they can make it. I think we're gonna actually have to steal it, and then Jazz will put it on our ship, and then we'll have to steal the conduction grid as well. And I think with the conduction grid, that's going to be a little different. I actually think that is where we actually steal the prototype ship that right from the fleet, not from UC. Might even be SysDef. Is UC something? So we'll probably have to steal it right there from them, and then um, so now having those, why can't we just skip all of it and say, hey, I already got a comm spike? Because it just doesn't work that way. All right, so we got our battle stations, we got our workshop. Uh, we got living quarters, an all-in-one berth, then, not mistaken, storeroom, another storeroom, and then this is where we let out. This is our landing bay, so we let out right underneath the ship in the middle. So you actually have to come out and walk through this line here to get out from under the ship. Um, and if I'm not mistaken, okay, we have our docker on the top half portion of the ship, the ship. Um, I believe when I took over the ship, um, this was a cargo bay, and I believe it was a 2x3, either cargo bay or mess hall, one or the other. And what I did was I just said, nope, I want battle stations because it gives you 6 crew stations, right? So it increases the crew capacity of your ship, right, by 6. And then I wanted the workshop so that I can work on my gear, right, while I'm flying around. And then none of this is actual, this is all for show, pretty much. You know, we got our engine over here. It's the Class B. The key was to keep the mobility at 100. The jump range could be higher, right? Um, but because of the mass, the jump range isn't full. Like you see, grab jump thrust is 30, but we can only jump 24 light years. If we had a lighter ship, I think we could jump further, right? Um, it's not a point of fuel. Reason being is this. These are added by the Dark Star mod, right? So these right here, this is a cargo. Each one of these adds 1,000 of cargo space, right? And it's shielded cargo, not just cargo. That's why my cargo is at 7,500. But then you see this is discrete fuel, right? So each one, in order to put this down, you got to put it down on a plate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 7 of these down. That means I also have 420 grab jump fuel just from these plates. And then you couple that with this. So I got 150 grab jump fuel here. And then that was already part of the ship. I just didn't take it off. So added 7,000 cargo to the ship right off the bat, right? And then I can, if I want, go in and find all the extra cargo pieces and remove them, take them off. I just said, nah, screw it, let them stay on. You know what I mean? Because the weight right now, the ship isn't bad. Now, if I decide that I want to go with the C-class ship, now things change then, right? And then what'll probably end up happening is, see right here, we got the grav drive and then the actual engine. Where's the engine? Is this? That's yeah. There's the reactor. So we got the B class grav drive and reactor right there. Um, if I change to a C, the C takes up is double the height of the B and A reactors and grav drives. So more than likely, what I would end up doing is removing this, right, and this, and then taking and throwing these guys down here. Now, one of the things is I can do, and you see how it's double height, so I can't just like slide it somewhere else easily. Not meaning that I can't do it, just mean it can't be done easily, right? And then, but the reactors would fit, the reactor would fit like in here and in here, right? And the grav drive would fit in here, and they would take up that whole area, right? So I would end up having to lose this one and this one unless I slid it back here and was able to attach there, right? There and there. That is one way, right? That I don't lose them and I can keep them. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if it's that big of a deal. Simply because, you know, right now we have 720 of fuel. I don't know that we need that much, to tell you the truth, right? And but we have a lot of weight right now. And then the problem is, and then the reason I haven't really gone to a C class is because the reactor and the grav drive are going to be considerably heavier. Same with the engines. The engines, if I switch to C class engines, they will also be considerably heavier. And right now, I don't have an issue. I haven't gotten a situation, which isn't to say that it won't happen or couldn't happen, because there could be a potential situation where, the where I need to jump is 27 light years, right? Right now, if I have to jump 27 light years, I can't, you know. But you can see right there the max capacity, crew capacity, is 14. Now, I find it interesting. Um, and then if I exit here and go back here, you see right there what it tells me, and then which is very interesting. And then I think that's a mod. Let me go back in here because, like, right here, it tells me my cargo's 8770. Right? And I do find that somewhat kind of interesting in a way. And then don't get me wrong, like this has cargo to it. And this kind of makes sense because because that would give us 7420, and that means there's still 1250 cargo somewhere. And I think we would have to go underneath the ship and find the one that I did not remove, because essentially that's what it is. I didn't remove one of these to lighten the ship. And let's see, where would it be? Is it back here? That can't be it. That's a storeroom. Yeah, I don't know where I left it on. Because you can see there's gaps, right? There's like a gap here, right? That I could actually put something there. I could put another landing bay, landing gear. Because that's the other thing too. The heavier your ship gets, the more landing gears you need. There, is that it? Nope, that's a cowling. So there's a gap here. Um, and I'm thinking the gap's here because that's where I removed the the what's the name? Why is there not? So there's the landing bay. Huh. And then we got this guy, 420. Where is the other? The Okay, maybe they're not down below. So I thought they were. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the other where they've gotten to. Now, could it be? Wait. There it is. Look, 400 cargo right there. So there's a mod that's adds cargo to certain hat like pieces. So that could be it right there. Just that there's additional cargo. Wait. So some pieces just have cargo on them, and I haven't figured out all the ones that do. But I do know that if there were cargo bays or cargo pieces on there, I took them off. I'd have to say, which is why I have those little gaps there. And if I land someplace that I can get the same landing gears, I would just probably fill that in with landing gear, right? But the reason that you need so much landing gear is because of the weight of the ship. The heavier the ship gets, the more landing gear it wants. So if I would switch to a C class, the ship would definitely demand way more landing gear than it has now. And then that would be kind of a decision. So, and then at that point, I could put another hab right here, take these out and put a hab right here on top. And then I think if I did, is this the captain's quarters? Okay, so the captain's quarters is right there. So what I'd probably do is slide this guy down here and then put the hab right there. Or take all the three of these out and then go with an engineering bay at the very top. You know what I mean? So that is potential future upgrades, right? Another thing I could do is knock off this window here, this porthole here, slide this up one, right? So slide these up, right? So slide this up to here, slide this up one, and then what that does is it gives me a little space right here on either side, and then I could technically put my what's the name's right there in that hole. That might actually be a better option, right? Because look, that hole right there, all I do is just slide these guys up one, and then put the reactor here, and then put the grav drive right there, and then again then decide if I want to put an engineering bay or if I just want to slide this guy down one and then connect another, say, infirmary or something right behind the captain's quarters. So there it is. That is our ship, right? And then you can see it's called the first pterosaur. Um, it's I commandeered it or won it in a fight with the first, a battle with the first, right? One of the mods does adds a lot more encounters, especially in space and everything. And something you now have a lot of encounters with is the first in space, right? And then so I took their ship and I said, here, let me mod it. And this is what I came up with, right? So again, I have no. I think I would put an engineering bay right there. Just throw the engineering bay. That would increase my crew count. And then lets me keep my shields right there. Everything can stay the same. And then yeah, just throw the C class. What's the names right in there? That's what I would do. Yeah, yeah. That's the plan. That would be the future plan. The other thing is, I can't. I can like right now. I could actually take the reactor and engine and put them in those spaces right there, right? And then just go ahead and put the engineering bay on now. That would kind of clean up the way it looks on top. So that is another option right there. Is I can stick those right underneath right now immediately. And you can see there's a big gap there too. Right now, this gap has to be there because that's where the land that's where the landing bay opens up. So that one has to be there. Okay. All right. Let's get out of here. Thanks, Jazz. Neva, you got anything?
The whole settled systems on the run someday.
Or maybe just you? All right. You know what we want to do? So, what's next? Breaking the bank. Report mission progress. See, now why can you just let me report it before? But while I'm at it,
Credits? Hit up the mission boards at the core.
I'm going to save. And then what we're going to do is, I don't want to, I want to go,
Take a look at this kinetic.
where's the core? Where's the core? I don't want to talk to Bog just yet, but I do want to hit the mission board real quick. These both mission boards? Okay. Let's see. You know what I want to do? I'm very tempted. Piracy in the Excel system. We have found that a Freestar Carryall 2 carrying a load of protein delicacies will be passing through the relief of its cargo. I don't want to smuggle. There we go. And look at it. It's the highest paying one. So let's do it. To Aquila City. Oh, great. Great. Yeah. Not knowing if I'm really looking forward to that one. Messing with the Freestars, the Freestar Rangers. All right. Which one do I have first? Let's see. Yeah, we got to report our mission, and then let's go and do some smuggling.
I always thought heat leeches were just pests.
Hello.
Let's see if our shielded cargo does anything for us. A lot of bogeys out there. All right. Whoa, slow down, Kimosabi. See how we had target lock already on him? Nah. No, don't get it twisted. We will not be target locking. We will not be targeting or locking target on the vigilance ever.
Greetings, Captain.
Greetings. Wrong way again.
Too much coffee last night.
So I heard there was a bit of excitement on the Siren of the Stars. Your handiwork, I assume? Nice work. Any specific evidence you picked up regarding criminal activity should be given to Lieutenant Toff after the debriefing.
If the evidence pans out, you can visit those alleged criminals in our brig the next time you stop by the Vigilance. But for now, what do you have on Delgado and his little ragtag group of pirates?
Yes, and I heard there were no casualties. Excellent work.
Except for the eclectic hit squad that you took down at the archives. I'm taking care of that mess, by the way.
Speaking of which, I assume you copied the information from the Galbank's computers. Let me see what you got. So the legacy went down at Bannock 4. 4. Hmm. Why does that sound familiar, Toft?
Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant, sir. There isn't a ship in the fleet that could safely get near that type of world. The Bannock system was a site of significant battle during the Narian War. I had to do a research paper on the subject at the Academy. It sounds like you admire the
No,
lunatic.
being the realist here.
Call it whatever you like. It doesn't change the fact that Delgado is still a murderer. Your
Calm
brother
down.
already has killed
Slow
every
your
single
roll.
one of our previous informants.
That's enough, Lieutenant. Even if Delgado has an immediate solution to the EM problem, there's still the matter of tracing the legacy's transponder signal. They have information about the comm spike? Damn it.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that device, sir.
No, you shouldn't be familiar with it. It's a highly classified project.
Apparently not.
It's an advanced signal decryption and tracking device that the UC Navy's been working on for years. The hell did the Crimson Fleet find out about that?
There must be an information leak somewhere, sir. It's the only thing that makes sense. I'll see what I can find out.
Fine. This is what we're going to do. You keep playing along and go after the comm spike. Lieutenant Toft and I will see what we can find out about Bannock 4. My superiors are stubborn. They aren't going to authorize an attack on the key based on my flights of fancy, I've been told. We need more evidence that all the Crimson Fleet's plans will result in them actually getting their hands on this fabled cache of credits. I don't see the point. Crimson Fleet apparently has a pipeline of information flowing from somewhere within the UC military. Any attempt to move the comm spike would be a waste of time. We need to play this close to the vest. Perfect. Just stick with the plan, and we'll see who gets to Krix's legacy first.
Nice work on the siren. Keep this up, and this operation might finally get the folks at Mast to shift resources.
Well,
Howdy.
howdy. Later. So we'll see who get to the comm spike or to the Crix's legacy first. It will be me. Now, what I do with it once I'm there or have it in hand is a different story altogether. let's see what Jessamine has for me. I don't know where she. Oh, right
What's
there.
up?
Hey, it's like I'm looking in the mirror.
Hey, thanks for interrupting my daydream.
Was it about me? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got this. Not my best work, but it'll do.
Holy schmolies!
Hey
Um,
there.
I'd like you to follow me for a
Here's a
while.
little adventure.
Mm-hmm. I didn't tell you where you were following me to. Just over here, over yonder. Oh, not here. All right, let's see what we got first. Let me look at my inventory. Um, oh, look at this. It actually works. All right. There we go. All right, so weapons. This is the Prexis um, UI. So it's a creation, and what it, as you can see, it gives us a lot more information, and it really looks more like this, like a kind of like the, I don't want to call it the, is it the Star UI or the, you know what I mean though? It, let's see, ooh, I like the look of that one. I'm not gonna break that one down. Um, what I'm looking for is stuff like this. So the mercenary space helmet and the Trackers Alliance space helmet. The UC, yep, that one. Okay. So I'm looking for those guys. Let's just check this out real quick. Um, so one of the things I like is it breaks your consumables up and right there. I don't need anything. See, and I know I can safely store everything after that. So that lightens my load right there. So I went from 60 to 18. I can also look here and say, well, I don't need the amps. I actually don't need that. Don't need that. And I think what it does is it just gives me a better view and control over like what I'm carrying on me. And then I can identify something that I'm carrying way bunch of. And that can help turn around throwables. Nope, I want to keep them. Nope. There's still a lot of weight, but cut it in half already. And then that can go. That. Which one do I like better? All right, the Crimson, the Crimix headgear. Head. I can't even say it. It's a collar. Oh, the collar. I don't have it equipped. Don't care much for the trench coat. So I'm gonna store that. Outfit 2. Outfit 2 is not bad, right? A2. This isn't a bad outfit either. But I can't modify it. And then you have I'm gonna put those away for now because I can't do anything with them. And then this one's not bad either. Sleek. It's already modified. Oh, I have to decide if I want to put that on as a. How do I equip? Can I equip it? Yeah. Takes a moment to adjust. We'll know when you start to see a little bit like a flicker. Yeah. Prison scrubs we can get rid of. Security guard, space muscle, trucker. There's my hat. Oh, we got like 7 of those. All right, that might have been really what was weighing us down. This might be heavy too, though. Oh, only has a one massive one. Yeah, look at that. Significant change. And then these guys we're about to get rid of. All right, so we do that real quick. Then we come over here, use this, and then we'll come over here and say, okay, the cutter I'm keeping, this drum beat, when bashing, the keel hauler is basically a mag shot pistol. I should have stored that actually. So we can put that in there. This micro gun, unless I'm going to give it to somebody. Maybe I should give her the key hauler. This drum beat. What do I have? I have the Beowulf, which isn't great. It's fully automatic though. Got the cutter. We got the Grendel, which is pretty much kind of like one of my favorite weapon right now. And then we got this guy, which is like my second favorite weapon. And then I think this guy, we gotta do something about it. I've been using him like a shotgun, except man, that recoil sucks. The recoil sucks on that. But then we got this guy now, right? And he's this. It's the exact same thing. I don't think I need both. So this one is 44 mag. This one is 90. So guess what? You lose. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to. This is semi-automatic, so man. Okay. Yeah, I know. I didn't get rid of all the guns I thought I was getting rid of. Oh shoot, I didn't want to do that. Dang blasted. That's all right. I could create a new one. That's the other thing too, is you can create these guys, you can craft them and then run them through here to get the legendary mods off of them. Right now, my weapon choices are very heavy. So, one thing I didn't do, so you can come over here. So now everything that I ran through it is in there, and you can see there's 41 weapons, 12 spacesuits, 11 packs, 12 helmets. But this right here, here's all the mods off of that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all those right out of there. But you can see here's all the leftover helmets. So they've basically been cleaned, stripped of all their mods, right? Same with the packs, right? And you see this one, I didn't mean to throw in there, but not a big deal. And then you see the suits. And then all the guns. And this isn't even all of them, but I can take these out now and sell them straight up. And look at the value on them. They're still pretty valuable, even without the mods. Look at this guy. worth over this one. Look at this one. 16K, right? So you can get a decent price back, right? So you get the mods and you can get a decent price back on a lot of them. So when I decide to go shopping, I can, and that's basically how I've boosted my numbers, my my total, is by stripping the mods off of everything that I collect. And then the key is the farming is really just going out and raiding ships, really. You get a ton of stuff that you get off of the ships. Go out, find the different points of interest on planets and stuff. I mean, seriously, you could spend hours just going out there and just visiting different points of interest, fighting, I mean, literally hours upon hours to the tune of you could really go in and say, at 3 hours a day, go in for like, I don't know, for a month, 2 months, just straight. Just all I'm doing is raiding today. All I'm doing is raiding, and you will amass such an arsenal and money. So these are only ones that I have left that, but you can see here, look at that. Here's my crate of sentient AI adapters that we need to smuggle into Aquila City. Was I at the I was on the vigilance. They didn't even notice I got contraband. Okay, so first things first. Let's try it. All right. Oh, I was supposed to meet them. Hold on, I don't want to meet them yet. I want to do some smuggling. All right. And then let's see. Yeah, we're not ready yet. We're going to do this one. We're ready? You know why we saved? In case we get caught. Yes. We're putting our shielded cargo to the test. What's interesting is that there's still a chance, even without shielded cargo, there's a chance that they won't discover. My chance to evade scan is 59%. Let's see. I know. I was hoping for a much higher percentage, like 80, 59%. You know what I mean? I don't think it's ever zero, just because the system isn't flawless, you know? Nope, I want this one. Yeah, this one. One more shot, and if it doesn't work out, then we just don't do the mission. Unless there was like something you needed to do, like move it from here to there. Like there really should be a mechanism, right? You can say no, put this in the shielded cargo. You won't take me alive. Now, if I pay the fine, I don't spend 7 days in jail. Um, if I'm not mistaken, if I say, don't worry, I'll go quietly, what it'll do is I'll pop up out of jail and it'll say 7 days have passed. Right?
Copy that. Stay on course while we escort you in.
Let's see what it says. Luckily, we have a save and I can credits removed. So we got to look up here and in the left hand corner, and that will tell us. Look at that.
Stay on the straight and narrow.
The Freestar Collective's got a reputation for being a little lawless. That is not so.
Really? Oh, I would say, how did she see me? She got up out of her seat. In Neon, they actually have, not so smartly, placed contraband
Nobody in here right now.
blockers in plain view. And you can possibly. I want the contraband back. Let's look on here. Let's see. Oh, yep. So what did it say? It was 195 kilos of sentient AI adapters delivered. Standard smuggle and drop off run, payment on delivery. Ah, there it is. Deliver sentient. All right. We did not succeed.
Break the law.
I'm curious right now, and the reason I'm still going with this is I'm very curious to see what the response is going to be back on the key for failing. You know what I mean? It's like, you failed, Rook. You suck. You were no help at all. Where'd you? Hmm. There she is, just standing there staring. Seriously?
Eager. They got a ranger up there. And rangers don't
Like who?
You think he'll let me help out?
The hell am I supposed to do with that?
You're supposed to let me help you.
Stand back now.
Sounds like you
I
could
don't
use some
mean
help.
to be rude, but I don't know you.
Hey, I was just in your prison.
Stand back.
All right, look, there's lives at stake. I need to save face in front of my companion here, or she won't give me the time of day. So you need to let me help you.
I wish I could say you were wrong, but I'm backed into a corner.
Yes, you are.
Some folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place,
Mm-hmm.
but they got spotted by a guard. They took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them. They're using the intercom to communicate.
Well, they must have some demands by now.
They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one.
Hmm. I could ask him, so what's your plan?
Without demands, I ain't got much to work with. About all we can do is wait and see.
Oh, that's a great plan. That's a awesome plan. Yes, please. Let's do that. Maybe I can talk some sense into him for you.
All right, I'm willing to allow that. But a few things first.
Hmm.
Say what you have to. Whatever they ask for, there's no way in hell I'm giving it to them. Also, there are lives at stake, so don't get cavalier.
Mm-hmm.
Find out what they want, and then report back to me.
Roger that. Lives at stake. That's why you're not giving them what they want. Because there's lives at stake. Okay. So right here, these security uniforms were gone, are gone on the Xbox Series X. So, not X, S. Right? As a matter of fact, real quick here, this guy is just a floating head. So the fact that his...
By order of Marshal Daniel Blake, I need to
Are you
inform
serious?
we've got some trouble at Gal Bank.
I'm helping him out.
Danger, so you may want to steer clear.
Will do. All right.
I guess that'd be the Marshal's call.
Yeah,
Frankie,
he already made it.
It ain't going well. Looks to be a stalemate. Maybe a little outside help will do some good.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I was just trying to show these people, whoever's watching, that this guy was just a floating head and a gun. Floating head and a gun. All right. So before we go talk to him, we need this. Ooh, doggy. And then this. Right? Because Jessamine won't know what hit her. Because it also boosts her affinity to me.
You're the negotiator, huh?
Darn right.
You're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender? You're dead wrong. We'll cooperate when we get what we want.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, stranger, how do I know you're gonna deal straight with us?
It'd be nice if you had like a Crimson Fleet thing that you could just pull on him.
I don't know you, so why should your word mean anything to me? I see what you mean. Well,
Yeah, I know I got a point. I'm not on anybody's side here. I just spent the time in jail. I'm on nobody's side.
I guess that's true.
All right, look, I get it. You're not taking any chances with who you trust. But it's me or nobody. Come on now.
Okay, fine.
All right, let's see. I think I already said this. And
Maybe you're right.
yeah, I know I'm right. That's why I said it. I promise. I'm just here to make sure nobody gets hurt.
All right. I believe you.
We are nickeling and diming this thing all the way through, it seems. Because I would hit him with, don't you just want to get out of there? But he's going to argue back, well, we're in for the long haul. Look, I just want to help make sure things end the right way.
I guess that's true.
I get it. You're not we just said that, but hey, let's hit him again.
I believe you. Okay. I can
And
see you're not just the Marshal's tool. You want what we want. A nice, happy ending where nobody gets hurt. So let's talk.
didn't we just do that? All right, tell me your demands.
We want to guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport and a ship.
You're not getting that.
Hostages off somewhere safe in the system. After that, we'll radio back where they are, and the Marshal and his crew can come and get them. But if anybody follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it?
Yeah, and then they just blow you all up, right? Okay, smart moves here. It could take a while to get you a ship.
Oh, hell, the Freestar Rangers have got ships. They can give us one of them.
Not one they want to give you.
This whole damn job's gone wrong. gotta keep our heads, yeah?
You'd have better luck playing the lottery.
They're going crazy in here. I don't know how much longer we can last.
Look, you didn't mean for this to happen, but you can still do the right thing here. Let's do it. I know. I know. I know I'm right.
Nobody's been hurt.
Yeah.
So maybe the judge won't come down too hard.
Oh, she will. He or she will. Yes.
I think this has gone on long enough. You go tell the marshal we'll come quietly.
Awful move on your part, but I will tell them.
Quite a spectacle, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Those guys are
Especially when the
city
shooting all
experts,
starts.
I can tell.
You can tell?
What's the word, Choke?
I could say those amateurs folded like a house cards.
Well, I'll be a son of an Ashta.
You don't look like one.
How'd you pull that off?
Well, you know, I won him over there with my irresistible charm. Yeah. I convinced him it was the right thing to do.
Considering those are Shaw's people, that's damn near a miracle.
Not really. They weren't that
You
bright.
more than earned this.
I know.
You got us out of a tough spot.
Yes, I did.
With courage that's not common. As a
No.
matter of fact, you might just be Freestar Ranger material.
You know,
If you're interested, head on over to the Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox.
I'm just wondering how many Crimson Fleet people you have in your order right now. So we will be hitting her up at some point, but right now we gotta head. We got to go somewhere else and do some lawlessness. Unfortunately, we failed in our last attempt at lawlessness, which caused us to end up right here. So here we are. You know what's interesting is when we fast travel to the key, it puts us out right here at 0 speed, and all we do is hit dock, hit and dock, right? But when we just fast travel to the vigilance, it puts us out, and we're going about 100, right? Our speed's about 100, and we're about to ram right into it every time. And it's like, is that like a signal that the game is trying to tell us something? You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and find Neva, and also let Shinyi know the bad news. He's gonna be not very happy. And that was almost 200 kilos of sentient adapters that we lost.
Captain Blaze, it is pleasant to see you.
I bet it is. I don't know which way to go. Follow the prompts, and there it is. Yep.
Nothing like the smell of a dead shark after you cook them with an energy.
He and I are gonna be best friends. I can tell. Best friends. All right, let's go talk to the Reckoner first.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's the mission coming along?
All right.
Be seeing you.
Yeah. Yeah. Which way? Which way did he go? Which way did he go? Okay, over this way.
All right, Jazz. What do you got? According to the latest, the Comspike is being developed at UC Star Station SY920. Location undisclosed.
Fantastic. So, how do we disclose it?
We could lean on your smuggling contact. Call in that favor. You know who I mean.
Our friend on Jimson. Nice one, Jazz. I'll make the arrangements.
She doesn't give Jazz his
All
heart of a
right,
time.
Rook. Next stop, New Atlantis. Your connection is Juan Dayu. She's got most of the premium UC smuggling routes locked down tight. If you don't piss her off, she should be able to sneak you past SY 920's security.
Just remember to count your fingers after you shake hands with her.
Definitely. We're talking cargo depots, star yards, research stations, and, like in SY 920's case, military outposts. I've never seen someone new to the game have so many contacts. It's the reason we let her join up in the first place. I don't know how she accomplished that. We've been trying to crack some of those places for years. You're in the fleet. You should always expect trouble. As far as Juan goes, even though she's one of our newer contacts, you shouldn't have any problems dealing with her.
All right.
I sure hope so. She might be our only crack at finding a decent decryption device. Once Juan gets you past the guard dogs, it's gonna be on you to locate the comm spike. According to the data we have, it's in the prototype phase, meaning there should only be a single device aboard the station.
Basically, you break it, you bought it.
Hmm. You know what? It This might be the actual prototype ship that we steal, and then they figure out the conduction grid on their own. I don't know. We'll see. Well, let's hit them up with some knowledge, right? Let's see. Yeah, let's hit them up with some knowledge. I'm like I don't know what I'm saying, but let's just do it, right? I shouldn't need anything except the prototype's primary logic module, which makes kind of sense, right? You get that and you stick it in something else, and it should work, right? Right? Right?
Hmm, interesting. Well, don't take any chances.
Nave is right. Just grab everything labeled comm spike that isn't nailed down.
Oh,
Does that
and
include the
one
crew?
more thing. SY 920 is a UC military installation. That means it's guarded by heavily armed troops. And we both know those idiots don't mess around. If you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, you might want to be sure you're hauling an arsenal, because you're gonna need it. She's got the clout to get you in the front door. They're gonna think you're part of a regular supply delivery. Beyond that, you and Juan are gonna have to put your heads together and come up with a plan.
Understood.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna arrange a meeting with Juan at Kay's place in the well. In the meantime, I'll make sure Jazz comes up with a solution to the electromagnetic atmosphere problem at Bannock 4.
Okay, you'll make sure. More like get drunk while Jazz does all the hard work. Typical.
Privileges of rank, my darling. We'll discuss it a little later. And you, get the hell out of here. And don't come back without that comm spike in your cargo bay. The Crimson Fleet made contact with her about a year ago. We were searching for a smuggling connection in UC space, and her name kept popping up repeatedly, so I decided to put her to the test. Not only did she pass, but the results were off the charts. Made us both a ton of credits. That was good enough for me. Beyond that, I don't know much about her. But hey, as long as she keeps my gal bank account humming, she can keep all the secrets she wants.
So if she asks, do I tell her?
I'm gonna leave that up to you, Rook. If you get into deep trouble and you think bringing her into the fold is gonna make the difference, tell her whatever you want. At some point, Delgado's gonna be promising everyone their cut of Crix's legacy. If we want him to stick with the fleet, it's inevitable. But until the money's within reach, the less people that know, the better.
All right.
Good luck.
All right. Let's see if we can find some more incriminating evidence real quick here. Circuit board. That doesn't do me any good. Doesn't do me any good. Intercom. Who are we calling? No one. Okay. And did you add anything in here? Nothing. Okay. Ooh. Do we want to take the brown leather jumpsuit? I do
You want to
think.
stay under the radar? I've got just the thing. You've got stuff to smuggle. I've got the stuff to hide it. Assuming the technology works? It's a skeleton key for signal encryption. If what they say is true, ratchet encryption, signal protocol, frequency shuffling, even quantum state keys can be hacked. Now, I doubt it does all that, but it should be enough to crack the CBR-27 transponder that Galbank installed on the Legacy.
Why's your face dirty? You don't even heard of rags, washcloths, things like that.
You mean way back then, before the tech was available to create something like the ComSpike? That's a good question. I suppose he might have been able to acquire the actual transponder cipher from someone within Galbank. Unfortunately for us, I'd bet a bottle of Bog's finest that those records are buried somewhere out of our reach.
All right. And there's no flirting option. Okay. Yeah. Don't worry. You've seen The Last of Us. Let's see. Did I have checked over here before? All right, wait a minute. I want to do this. And then what we want to do. Why is that damage so low? All right, there's the power beat. We got multiple micro guns. All right. Internal. Can't do high powered yet. We can do high velocity. Not looking to do anything. We can change it to burst. I don't like fully automatic. I can if I can do burst. Okay, and then we still need rank 2 of special projects. All right, so we got to figure out what we need to do to get to rank 2. This one, I think this one was the semi-automatic. We want to change that to burst. Nothing we can do there. So right now we got bashing, and then we can change that to extended mag, or we can do furious. How many of those? We got 6 of them, so yeah, we could throw one on there. And then down here, let's see. Do we have shattered? Oh, we have a shattering. Look what it does. Only have one, but that's nice. I just want to see something first. Quality. Oh shoot! Look at this guy. Already outpacing the others. All right, wait. Which one was I looking at before? You know what? You just became my newest favorite gun. All right, we got a medium scope. Can we go recon? I think I like recon better. We're also going to go recon laser sight. Standard. We got the drum going. Burst fire. Furious. And then we are going to. Where's. Oh. Look. Okay. That's not as huge. But that's significant. And look at that. We just opened up weapon engineering. That is now our new favorite gun. Just like that. All right. Boom. Drum beat. going to put you. We'll just put you right there, and then we're gonna equip you. The keel hauler, we still don't know about. Power beat, we've got that. The keel hauler, I should give it to what's her name. I really should. Oh wait. All right, let's see. Let's go over here. Are we ready? What do we need to do? Oh shoot, we still gotta craft 10 common or uncommon manufactured components. That's very doable. Um, we are maxed out. Shielded, starship. Okay, boost pack we can move up in if we wanted to. Research methods, we are maxed out. Medicine, hunting. All right, so, oh, leadership. Do we want to hit that one up? Or do we want to go with persuasion? We're going to do that. Then,
If you got any spare credits, you just need to unload some junk, head to the depot.
what in the world are you doing on the floor? God dang it. Okay.
Every captain here's earned their stripes, bleeding for the fleet.
Here.
Trade me for something, Bob? If you insist. But you owe me one.
Really? I'm about to hook you up. What do you. Really? How we playing it now? What do you got? You got a shotgun. Look at this. Ooh. I don't think she needs my help. Never mind. You don't need my weapons. Let's
I'm
see.
up for that. Been a while now since I got into the business. First hopped on a train.
Where was she when I was trying to smuggle?
Working at space lanes ever since.
I should have got some sort of
Lucky enough to work
bonus.
with one of the best smugglers in the galaxy right from the get-go. We made tons of credits scamming and running contraband together. She retired a couple years back and passed her operation on to me. Been flying solo since. Not nearly as much fun, but I'll make do all right without her.
Oh, am I getting jealous here?
She did, but I made plenty of my own too. Caitlin's too smart to get wrapped up in a mess like I'm in with the zealots. She'd kick my arse if she found out. Mainly drugs and contraband tech. My partner Caitlin also had a thing for Earth antiquities. Books especially. When we could get our hands on the real thing, we sold them to collectors who were rich and powerful enough to keep law enforcement's eyes off our operation. When we couldn't get real ones, we forged them. Caitlin was great at it. We ran that scam for years and never got found out. Oh, Caitlin's got a real interesting story. She comes from a rich family and her parents had a thing for collecting ancient art. She was set to inherit a fortune when she grew up, but life with a silver spoon didn't suit her. She ran away from home as a teenager to start smuggling. Knowing her now, you'd never guess she came from money. She's as rough around the edges as I am, but she never lost her taste for expensive stuff from Earth. I tried to scam her. Some buds and I used to steal cargo from the Gagarin spaceport and sell it back to its owner for a higher price. Most people fell for it, but not her. Instead of a handful of credits, She showed up to meet us with 2 armed spacers to demand her goods back for free. I stepped in to negotiate, got them to drop the guns, and even managed a few credits for the stuff. Caitlin was so impressed that she offered me a job on the spot.
Hmm.
She has a large book collection. Her prized possession was a book called Paradise Lost that she came across by chance in Aquila City. Personally, I never got through more than a few pages, but to each their own. She insisted it was brilliant, and she's a hell of a lot smarter than me. She's like a big sister to me. I wouldn't trade her for anything. It's too bad she retired before you had a chance to meet her. I think you'd get on well. Jeez, listen to me going on. All this reminiscing's got me feeling like a real sap. It was. Damn good thing this job turned out to be a decent substitute. I might have split by now if it wasn't. Varun zealots or not. Anything else you wanted to ask me? I've missed small talk. I could do this all day.
Hmm.
See ya, Cap.
Yeah, we'll talk a little later. You know what I'm saying? All right. This is where we at. One failed smuggling mission, one successful gall bank delivery, as far as delivering the credentials and everything. Next in line, we got to go meet up with Juan Dayu on New Atlantis. So that would be our next stop. Coming up, we will see what she's got for us. This will be the ComSpike prototype that we'll be trying to steal from the UC. And yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Um, we've got our little bud, Jessamine, and I decided I wasn't going to bring any constellation just because, granted, I don't know, it's a fine line, right? And Constellation are not smugglers, they're not pirates, they're not anything. Even though I'm undercover and I'm sure they are aware of that, I just didn't think it'd be appropriate to take them on missions. As a matter of fact, just taking Jessamine just to have that extra gun hand, really. Other than that, don't know if it's even necessary to even bring her along. But, you know, we'll see how she feels about being on board a ship after the whole thing goes down. So that's it for us today. And then hopefully, I'm going to check the Xbox Series S and I'll have an update. Like, yeah, it's the Series S, and it could be just simply something as awful as a memory thing, right? Like, there's a certain amount that you can do. Um, it just can't handle all the creations, right, that are loaded. And just a real quick summary of that. So what we're talking about, you can see the ones that I have, like, that aren't enabled, but we got the craftable quality, we've got legendary module recycler, that's that machine that takes the legendaries off. We've got quite a few, and then unfortunately, as a matter of fact, there's probably like 50 or 60, if not even a few more than that. You see, we got a new companion that we can pick up, and we might even talk to her when we get to New Atlantis. Now she wouldn't be one that I wouldn't actually. I She would be one that I would take on these missions just to see what she's like, but we'll see. And right now you can see we have the different suit modules, well, creation kit modules, and then you can see all the Dark Star stuff. And then there's some that aren't activated. But there are a bunch that are, right? Add spaceship to your fleet size increase, so you can own ships from 10 to 200. So with all these right here, they're all, activated. This guy, I'm actually going to take off. It doesn't work very well. Um, it needs more. And what it is a brand new start. And the concept is cool. The concept is great. But if you, and then right now, I've only gotten one background to work, and that's Chef. And it puts you out on Neon, right? Every time. Problem is, if you pick Chef and get put out on Neon, it doesn't do the rest of the. See, starts a new game in a random hostile location. Well, Chef doesn't do that for you. Chef puts you out on Neon in the underbelly, right? And that's it. Nothing. There's no defeat the hostiles to gain access to a spaceship, right? And then take off on your new ship with all your new loot. That does not happen. Now, um, some folks, and I have a video out on two videos, as a matter of fact. The first one just shows what happens when it doesn't work. It just puts you in basically a sealed room that has, four walls, a floor, and a ceiling, no doors, no windows, no way out, and you don't even know what planet you're on. As a matter of fact, I think it puts you out, and still puts you in the Volii system. So that's it. Um, uh, in the comment section, there was a couple people that said, yeah, they were able to get Explorer to work, and one person it put them out in the Nerion system, right? And it allowed them to do it. But they said when they tried the Chef, it did the exact same thing. Put them on Neon, and there's no way off. And the interesting thing about it is you can go into Neon, do a whole bunch of stuff, figure out exactly, make money, and start building up your character. And the sad part was I got my character up to level 6, um, even higher, with some additional mods in there. And the problem was I was not able to buy a ship. Even once I had the money, right? Or got close to like a reasonable amount of money, like something to be able to afford, like, you know, the Frontier or something, got up close to 50, 60K. I was like, okay, this might be real close, or at least let me see how close I am, and then I'll come back with more money, right? I even started the Ryujin quest line while I was there. And none of the ship vendors have any ships for sale. And it's like, that's not right. And yeah, it just that so happens that the ship vendors do not have ships for sale when you go through this mod. So you can't even buy a ship and get off world, right? To even finish, the second leg of the Ryujin quest line, right? You go get coffee, you do this, right? And then you go sabotage uh, Chloe, Silk Core or Kelp Core, right? You go hack them, and then the next thing you're supposed to do is go to Laredo Guns over on Aquila City. You can't do that. You can't do it because you can't get a ship. Now, what would be cool though is there was some sort of transit system where you could take a shuttle or, book passage on a ship to another planet. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, It's not the way you want to go or the route you want to go, but that would have been like a nice, cool little thing where you can say, yeah, I'm going to book passage to Aquila and then I'm going to come back. Right. But other than that, yeah. So it doesn't work the way it should, but the concept there is nice. Right? It's just, it needs a lot more work. It needs testing. Right? It's like, yeah, you created something that seems like on the surface really does or can work and can be something cool. The problem is you haven't tested it except on a few, probably on Explorer and Chef to make sure that works. But what about if you choose to be a soldier? What if you choose to be something else? You end up in a box, right? And then even here it says custom starting quest for each background. Example, chef starts in random kitchen. No, it doesn't start in random kitchen. It starts in one kitchen every time on Neon, right? Whether you select, that you're a Neon Street Rat or UC or something else, or don't select any of those, it puts you right there on Neon. Find Artifact Ada and acquire, well, if there's no reason for you to find Artifact Data as a chef on Neon at that point. You know what I'm saying? And then modify options based on selected traits, right? Trait startups. Example, Neon Street Rat starts in Neon. And again, like I said, well, if you're the chef, yeah, you start in Neon, period. So, but any other starting background, for me, you end up in a box. So it's not, and this doesn't matter if it's on Xbox Series X or S, right? And it doesn't matter if it's on PC as well. PC does the same thing to me. So it just, like I said, there needed to be more testing and better QA around it to make sure that it works for all. And then if it wasn't meant to work for all backgrounds, then you need to list the backgrounds that you have options to choose from, right? So right here, this is your time to say, well, you can only choose Explorer or Chef background, right? And then also traits. You're going to end up in Neon City no matter what trait you pick. So just pick your traits wisely. For Explorer to work, you need to select these traits. And the thing is, there has to be and then if Neon Street Rat needs to be the trait in order to get Explorer to work, then we need to know. But we also need to know that it won't work with Alien DNA. It won't work with Taskmaster. It won't work with Wanted, right? Because those are the traits that I usually select all the time. And it just didn't work. And they have not worked for me. So it's like, yeah, this is the UI, changes the inventory, right? Which I actually love this one, but it does make significant changes to the UI. This one I don't know if it works yet or not, but it's the dungeon randomizer, right? And this is kind of the thing that you add in to, so you don't end up getting cookie cutter, you know, points of interest, right? So it's supposed to change them around, make certain, uh, add certain things, take certain things away, and then give it more the ability to look different, right? When you land on this planet, that UC listening post or abandoned, right, or deserted UC listening post is supposed to look different. This adds in more meaningful backgrounds supposedly, and again, uh, I had put this into test, and I just haven't taken it off yet, and it doesn't make much difference right here. So this is just the cargo, any kind of like, I think it takes anything resource. Yeah, it takes the resource items and takes the weight away in your cargo bay. That's all. Takeover is is new, and then you see adds 50 new procedurally generated space or military bases supporting bounties, right? And then what it's supposed to do is really make them kind of random and also different, right? As well. And then so I haven't had a chance to really test that. This I really it looks cool. I just don't have it active, right? Escape. I do have a video. It's all right. It's all right. Not saying it. It is. It's all right for you know. This one I haven't really gotten into yet to test, but this is supposed to expand the Trackers Alliance missions, right? And so that'll be interesting once I get going. This character has not done the Trackers Alliance stuff yet, and we haven't even done the Freestar Collective deputy um, missions yet. And then you can see there's other things. This one I'm very curious about because this one takes the UC listening posts, and what it's supposed to do is really randomize those and change them up, significantly. So I'm kind of curious as to whether it does or not, right? Because this is one of the very common points of interest that happens here. This is a new one, and I believe it is. It doesn't say here that it's, a verified, um, what's it, mod creator by Bethesda, but this one is supposed to do with a combination of the other mods does, right? So it dynamically changes the universe, the level of the universe, depending on where you are in your level. Also supposed to hit the enemies as well. So it does so it's like a more of a all in one. And I believe this one though is a paid one for like 100 um, creation kit points. So it's not overly expensive. It's like $1, but it's still supposed to do all that, right? And then, like like I said, on my Series X, not X, but S, I've had to basically deselect all these, right? Deselect all these, deselect a major portion of these, and try to find the right combination in order for it to not have that bug where the security officers only have half a body, the upper half. And you can see here on the Series X, there's not an issue. So that dynamic universe right there makes the need for this mod takes away that need for it, right? Because it's the minimum level enemy level. Well, the dynamic universe handles that as well. There are two new mods, not new, but they came out in like the last week or so, that actually zones, and they're verified creator mods. So, but they take like the infiltrator, they take the Cortex spacesuit, they take the Varun stuff, the IET stuff or EIT stuff, and it combines them all into just two mods, one for clothing, one for armor or spacesuits. And that way you just have those two instead of needing, I think, 5 or 6 different mods to add in all that stuff. So right here you got the Cortex, you got the Bounty Hunter, you got the Cyber Ops, you got the Crimson X, right? So what's that? That's 4 right there, I think, right? One, two, let's see, 5, 6, 7. I think that's all of them. I can't remember if there's another one. 8, the Varun one as well. So it takes 8 different mods right? And puts them all into just two, right? And for me, that's awesome, right? Because you can see how many mods I got here. I got 60, 70 mods, 80 mods here. If I can take 8 of them, 10% of them, and just knock them into two, that's great. That's great. Sign me up for that, right? There's a meaningful backgrounds plus mod. So if I take this out, I might do the plus instead. I don't think you need both. So what I'll probably end up doing is activating this one because this one changes up everything. The UC spacesuits, the uniforms, and I really like the screenshots I saw for them. So next time up, I'll probably have this loaded. I'll probably, like I said, take this one off. It's not even necessary at this point. Definitely taking this one off. There's an SKK um, ran a new start mod that actually I don't mind that one so bad. As a matter of fact, I am considering doing a playthrough using that one to and starting out basically because I gotta be honest. So I did this one and then I got my chef over in Neon and I love it. I love that character, right? I am so invested in her and it's like I can't do anything. So doing the other one, I can start out as a neon thug, right? On neon, right? With the neon thug loadout, not the neat. It doesn't start you really as the neon thug, but it just puts you right there on neon as a level one character with the frontier already there for you. So it's just waiting for you to go do your stuff, right? And then you just go in, and then you can run on neon until till you've done everything on neon there is to do if you want before you even get on your ship and then decide, okay, now I'm going to go. And you in the mod you can choose to have already joined Constellation or not joined Constellation. And what I mean by not join Constellation, it means that you can leave it open that you can join them as soon as you just travel to New Atlantis and go to the lodge. But I do think there's an option where you can elect to just not join them. I don't. I personally, because the whole point of the game and the whole main quest of the game is you join Constellation and flow through. That is the main quest of the game. So that's the main point of it. So that's just like, yeah, I'm gonna play Skyrim, but I'm not gonna be Dragonborn. You know what I mean? It's like, well, that's the whole main quest of the game. So I'm just gonna. Uh, so basically you're turning Skyrim into a sandbox because you can't do the main quest because you're not the Dragonborn. But that's what some people want to do. That's what they want to do. But if I'm playing a game, I might as well do the main quest and complete it. Same here. So I can, like I said, there's an option where I've already joined Constellation. But if I do that one, I think it automatically puts you out at the lodge. I'm not sure about it. But you can start and say, no, I haven't joined yet. And then you have a random location. It'll put you out at a random location. It'll put you out on Neon. There's two other ones. One is UC Soldier, and the other one's Freestar Deputy, right? I strongly recommend not messing with those because I did the mod back, and I don't know if they fixed it, but I did the mod back, and I decided I'm gonna be Freestar Collective Deputy, right? So I chose that option, and then when you finally go to Aquila, and the whole bank robbery thing, the bank thing happens, it will allow you to do the bank thing, right? You get the mission for deputized. You go talk to Emma Wilcox. You'll go do the mission board mission, right? And come back, you either save a hostage or take some whatever out. So you do that, and then Emma will take you upstairs to talk to the sheriff. That's as far as you can go. And I think it's because Well, the game already considers you a deputy, right? Or a Freestar Ranger. You're already a ranger. So you can't go any further and you can't progress anymore. So, and if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, I didn't have the ship already. So now I can't get the ship, I can't finish out the whole thing, and I'm technically not really a deputy at this point, you know? And so the quest is frozen there and you can't do anymore. So I do think that part is broken. Um so but I like I said I don't want to chance it cuz I don't want to waste my time. Um but the random location and the neon start, those are awesome. You know what I'm saying? And then I already tested it and created a character. I'm like, man, I wish I could just run this, but nobody will see how it starts. So, but it's like it's so easy to replicate and then just go ahead and start and decide, okay, what? Because there's a ton of stuff. As soon as you get there, there's the kelp core stuff with Clover and the guy at the mining thing that decided to open a mining thing store on a planet with all water. Um, but then you got his thing with the Alliance, right? And then you got Newell with his issue with Sigurd, right? And then so you can resolve all those and do all those quests right then and there and then build your character up slowly right there on Neon. And then, hey, I'm right there with Ryujin, right? I can just do Ryujin right off the bat. Get it, knock it out, get it out the way, just like that. And then, by the time you finish all that, oh, I can jump right in now and jump on the frontier and head on over to the lodge and join Constellation. But when you do Ryujin, it takes you to Aquila City, so deputize it there. So I can do Ryujin, finish it out, and then go do the free, then jump right into the Freestar Collective, and then I can actually jump once I'm done with the Freestar Collective, right? I can sign up for UC and do so I can do all the mission stuff before even joining um, the lodge. So it's really up to you and how you want to do it because there's so much freedom there, right? That allows you to do, you have just so much wiggle room there and how you want to do it. So that one, I do recommend that one, I say, because that one is cool. Um, but I can't wait to go ahead and add this one in and see what the new uniforms are going to look like, right? And then see how that changes everything. I can't wait to see what the impact with this one is going to be with the UC listening post. Also, there's a couple. This one, I want to see what the randomizer does, right? When you got to do it. Right here, though, there's not going to be a whole lot of dungeons in this particular quest line here. But I can always do some one-off stuff while I'm doing that, right? And when I have to land on a planet or something, go test it out. Also, I got to go get my vehicle, right? This one I don't have activated, but I'm going to probably take all the, like I said, replace those 8 with the 2 and be happy there. And then I'm curious about this one. And then I only put it on there because somebody said something about the way she walks, and I was like, yeah, she does walk weird. But they all walk weird because there's no default setting where they should have just put all the female characters on 2 instead of the one, right? Because so all their NPCs are on 1, they should have distinguished between the two, right? Um, then which one is it? This one here, not this one. See, and I have this one right now. It's because I've picked so many daggone locks. I'm just tired of it. But it's like part of me sitting there going like, maybe I will. And this one I shouldn't even have actually created. I continue my work on the upcoming game world from now on in my dynamic universe mod. So yeah, these are redundant, right? This one's there and it's redundant because the other one. So I need to deselect that one. Just some house cleaning for some house cleaning I need to do. And then yeah, let's see. I'm looking to see. And then I'm kind of curious to see what she does. I hear there's some lip syncing issues, but I don't care. Uh, let's see. The more presets, love it, right? Because that's the one I use to create my characters, and I go all the way up to 44. I do preset number 44. I just love that preset, right? And then there's also the hair one too. So this one here, I love this one. Just the planet POI and creature density increase. That's probably one of the best mods, in my opinion. Yeah, I just love it. Still haven't tested this one out yet. My price, no one dies. So we'll see. Sorry, this has turned out to at the end, a mod showcase kind of, discussion and overall. But and this is indeed my favorite one right here, the immersive looting. Will not do a playthrough without it. There's nothing, yeah, just will not go without that one, right? Because I'm a loot whore and this is just my thing, right? And then this one, I think I am going to be replacing with the Baka Bad Skills one that I don't think I have on here yet. So we'll see. But yeah, there's so much stuff, right? There's so many different ones. And then yeah, I need to go in here, clean house, and reduce some of these, right? And part of me, I would love to add the plainclothes rangers. I would love to do this one and add this one, new outfits and stuff, right? But and then this one, armor and this one isn't necessary really because what this is doing is allowing you to craft the vanilla clothing. I don't know if I really need to, right? Be able to do that. What I want to do is be able to do the quality extended, right? That is allow me to change add in the levels, quality level 1, 2, 3, 4, stuff like that to increase the stats on it. So there we have it. Um, this one I don't use, don't really. So it's kind of like pointless to me because I just don't use it. I don't store as yeah, I just don't. And then this one this is a game changer. You need this one, right? When you go into first person, you turn the flashlight on. You need to be able to see. And the game's vanilla flashlight just is sad, really sad. Okay, so I will check you guys out next time. Thanks again for joining me. And again, remember, this is our we are now member of the Crimson Fleet. Next up is the Comp Spike, right? We're gonna go steal from the UC, and then after that, more than likely, I think once we get the Comp Spike and they figure out the whole conduction grid thing, then it's just finding Crix's legacy, and then the hard part, making the decision who gets the money and who gets betrayed. It's an easy decision for me, but obviously, if we're role playing this correctly, it will be a hard decision, but an inevitable one for me. Okay, all right, guys. Later. Be good. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you soon. Bye.